spoke out in an interview explaining that drug addiction was the reason why she abandoned her children. Simone's mother says that she holds on to hope that one day Simone will reach out, giving her the chance to ask for forgiveness. Take a look at this clip.
I want to let her know that I love her. I'm very proud of her, but I'm just still waiting, I would like to sit down and talk to you and answer any questions you may have.
So you don't have like a direct number that you can even reach out to her?
I do, but I won't.
Why not?
I want her to reach out to me. She's 27 now, she's married. I would like to have been a part of that, but I just have to wait for her.
She wants her to reach out to her.
Ooh, it's really
she wants
crazy.
Simone to reach out to her.
The child to reach out to the mother.
Yeah. Now we all know Simone is like one of the most decorated, athletes of all time. Baby, I don't think she got time. Honestly, you gotta kind of meet her where she's at.
No, she doesn't. And honestly, I do have a parent that I have a strange relationship with. And not my mom, they're my girl.
Right.
But my dad, my biological father, he wasn't really around. And, it's crazy for him to, parents who act like that, who aren't a part of your life, have this level of entitlement to you that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's a level of delusion to me because it's like, you were never a part of anything in my life. You caused so much trauma and you think you're entitled to anything regarding me. For me and my dad, I just feel like I respect you as what that is.
Yeah.
You helped assist my mom in birthing me. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that was even a little questionable. But when it comes to me at the age I am and the fact that you had all these years, now that I have my own child, that opportunity done data. And she having this entitlement to feel like I should have been at your wedding too.
Yeah.
Well, she said she would have liked to have been a part of it.
Yeah.
It's $100. It's probably her wedding probably was $250 a plate.
Right. It's
no, I'm not paying $4 for you to be there.
No, it's definitely giving entitled. I do feel like her mother is wrong, just in a sense of like she has created, like so much trauma for Simone, and it's like, dang, like you can't even as a parent like step up and just like give her a phone call. You have the resources. I could understand if you didn't have her number or like people were like keeping her away from you, but you have the resources to actually reach out, send a text, say hello.
Yeah.
Can we have lunch? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, like maybe not I'm sorry through text, but like you have the resources to reach her and you're literally choosing to, again, not show up.
Yeah.
Right. I think this situation with Simone is very touchy and it has so many, moving parts.
Yeah.
She was blessed that her mom's dad actually, raised her. So, her mom's dad now, which would be her grandfather, is her dad.
Right.
And I feel like maybe he's the one that, was able to give Simone's mom access to her phone number with, of course, Simone's consent. Clearly, I would suspect.
Right.
But I feel like Simone has so much going on now, and she's trying to be in the moment and be present.
Yeah.
And maybe she just doesn't have time to tackle that,
Open that door.
Exactly. And then, the premise of what her mom, was saying was that I want to be able to have a conversation about you to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And I feel like even that is going to further cause delay if I was Simone with me contacting you, because don't speak nothing on the truth. The truth is these people have sacrificed their life for me and I honor and respect that. So anything else that you need to tell me about you, where you are now, we can go from there. But you're not going to dissect whatever they've done for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
and how they stepped in.
Even reading over and watching a lot of videos about, Simone's life and her journey, like I literally have like cried my eyes out so many times.
Yeah.
Because, I also think about, with her being such a decorated gymnast, I'm sure it probably saddens her because she can't just be recognized just for who and what she is. There's all of this stigma about, them always wanting to say that her parents are, she's adopted, her parents are addicts, all of these things. And so, that would also make me feel like, nah, I'm good. Because, then if I talk to you about it, you're already reaching out, and having all these stories. And then what, you're going to bring more light to
just
something
gonna
I
keep
want to
going.
Yeah,
forget.
and not only is her mom like an addict, I've read that even her siblings, have suffered
Yeah.
with drug addiction and things like that.
And
but
criminal
honestly,
backgrounds.
yeah, it overall is so sad, and it's like, why'd you choose this time? Honestly, like she literally, like it's
Like if
right
she
after
lost,
the
would
Olympics.
you still have reached out?
Right, it's like right after the Olympics.
She didn't
like
reach out.
Huh?
She didn't reach out.
Yeah,
But
she
like,
did.
would
She's
you be
waiting for
in
her
the
to reach
media?
out. Right,
Like, would you
exactly.
willingly be in the media? Whether the media came to you or you went to the media, would you willingly be in those interviews?
Yeah.
I
If
think
she
if she
lost.
lost, she still would have done it, because if she lost, that still doesn't take anything away from who she is and what she's
Yeah.
accomplished. So I think that she still would have done it, but this was a very opportune time,
Oh,
and she's definitely
absolutely.
taking
It was a
advantage
little
of it.
tasteless. This
Yeah.
timing was a
Yeah.
little tasteless in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Leaving your
Olympics comes.
child is tasteless.
Right, that's very tasteless. But the Olympics
leaving.
comes every 4 years. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? This is like a big year for Simone Biles. And then this year is when you choose to basically come out in the media. And obviously when it comes out in the media, everybody else is going to dive into it. And now all of
'Cause it's
her
drama.
family drama is in the
Yeah.
media. And she probably
Yeah.
didn't want,
Dimming her light.
Exactly.
Right,
It's literally
right.
dimming her light. Yeah. I don't know. I do think her mom has a sense of entitlement. It's basically saying like, yeah, I know I abandoned you, but I also want you to come to me. You know what I mean? No,
Come to
if
you
you
for
want her to
what?
know, yeah, if you want her to know the truth, or like, at least your truth, write her a letter. You know what I mean? I do find that sometimes when people know they're wrong, they tend to also not want confrontation, if that makes sense. They don't want to initiate the confrontation. So I
yeah.
also think this is also a sucker move too.
I don't like that because you've been absent for so long already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've caused so much pain and trauma already. Like, for you to kind of sort of halfway step back into my life, it's like,
Yeah.
come on.
I think people don't understand that how much more hurtful that is when you try to halfway step back.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's
Come full throttle.
come full throttle
Like-
or don't come at all. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like it's more hurtful for you to
is.
come back and you're like, I don't know, like, it gives me anxiety because it's like, I don't know what you're gonna do and I don't know when you're leaving.
Right.
And it's like, it sucks because it's like, I feel like a 6-year-old all over again.
Yeah.
I'm a grown woman in every aspect of my life, but when it comes to my biological father, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't grasp my feelings. I lash out. I like my whole concept of rationalization is out the window.
Yeah.
But it's like every other situation, every other person is not the same. So it's like I just feel at this point, it's like that door has to close and it has to close forever. And
She is grown and married,
Some
probably on her way to
people-
kids soon.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
married, and now at this point, that door has to be, that casket got to be closed and nailed.
I
Why?
can't say that.
Yeah,
I
because
think
you
the
have to
journey is
forgive.
different for everybody.
Yeah.
Forgiveness
Yes.
is not acceptance.
And everyone's story is different as well. I feel like a lot of foster kids or kids that were in the system, Simone was in the system at some point, they go through this, and it depends on where that parent is at life. And what I also think that a lot of people miss out on is like, I guess like, in faith or church, we call it like, godly sorry, like when you're truly, truly sorry. And I feel like that is what's missing from what her mom is relaying, or what I'm getting from what she's relaying, is that not that just that it's opportune, but also the fact that you want Simone to reach out to you. And I feel like that's because her mom wants to maybe try to make it right, but she's not truly
She's not.
sorry to really just lay it all out and just say, I really messed up. I'm so
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me
Right.
about nothing else.
Her
It
trauma
don't sound like
is
she
for
want to
sure.
like she wants to take accountability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like-
Her mother's personal traumas or personal, I think they call that like an avoidant attachment style, pretty much, when you do wrong and you kind of like want to avoid it,
Right.
but you
Yeah.
also
But you
want,
still want to be there.
right, but you still
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
there, absolutely. However, I will say there has to be, some kudos given to her mother in a sense, because she did put Simone in a better position than being with her. Because there are those parents, no, hear me out. There are those parents who are drug addicts, and they'll keep their child and drag their child through the trauma and like, whatever. So I don't really know how the adoption or how like, all of that played out,
That's
when
what
she
I
was
was gonna
younger.
say. Did she
Yeah.
really and truly like put her in a better position?
Yeah.
Or was she literally taken away from her and put in a better position.
Or
she could have
just
also
like,
came
hey,
back when
I'm
she was a
hands up, and
teenager.
somebody came in and saved her.
Yeah, it gives that, but that's still putting her in a better position, you know, and I wanted to comment originally when you said that, you know, it's like it's bad to walk out. It's not, sometimes it's worse to stay.
Yes.
You know, sometimes it's worse to stay. And, you know, your child going through all of this, seeing you, you know,
With
robbing,
Yeah.
stealing, doing all these things to get the next high, that is not, you know, good for any of the children to see. So I understand why they were taken away. Thank God for Simone and, you know, her younger sister. They were able to be with the grandfather. But look how it turned out, you know, for the other two, the older siblings. They didn't have a promising future. You know, they aren't the upside of how the cards can turn.
Yeah, honestly, like, kudos to, you know, Simone Biles for, like, she had a lot of adversities, like, against her, and this is a prime example of someone who, you know, didn't grow up the best, or, they fully overcame all of the things that were against them, and now she's, like, literally one of the most decorated gymnasts of all
Good for
time.
you, Simone.
Good for you, girl. But we do have to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching POV. We are back, and before the commercial break, we discussed Simone Biles' unfortunate family drama while dealing with her biological mother. Now, as we all know, dealing with friends and family is not always a bed of roses. So, are friendship and family breakups more or less painful than romantic ones? Y'all ever broke up with a friend?
Oh, yes.
It hurt a little bit.
It depends on how close a friend is, but it do hurt.
Yeah.
Them best friend breakups.
They're worse than anything.
It stings. Yeah.
No.
It be making me want to cry.
You want to cry, girl? I be boo-hoo crying. I remember I broke up with my best friend. I thought, girl,
the world was over.
The world was over. I was grieving.
Actually, I should probably put a hit out on you because you know too much.
Right.
You have to go.
You gotta go.
We both can't stay here. We're not gonna be together.
Lord, I can't be
gotta
with
go.
me.
And
It can't be with you.
It can't be me.
So done.
I need to send you to your makeup.
Right. No, but that's true because honestly, think about it. Your best friend knows the dirt between you and your man.
My diary. My living, walking, talking diary.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can't talk no more.
You got to go.
We got.
I don't know if I want to be y'all friend anymore.
You better be our friend forever.
Okay.
We in this forever.
Listen, y'all are scary. Originally, you know, when I thought about it, when I think about it, I didn't think that maybe it was that impactful, but I think why it may hurt a little more when I analyze the feeling is because normally in relationships, if you're in a relationship, you got, a romantic relationship, you've had the conversation many times. Is it over? Like, no more. I think we're coming to the end of the road, or maybe we have to go our separate ways, and you have that conversation over and over again. But in friendships,
it's always abrupt.
It's abrupt.
Yeah,
always.
Like,
so exactly.
You're not mentally preparing
so I'm not prepared.
yourself.
So I'm sitting here like I'm stuck on stupid for like 2 weeks trying to figure out what happened. and what scares me about it even more is that I'm always that friend. And even with my family, I say all the time, if I offend you, let me know.
Yeah. Amen.
But you know what? I noticed in friendships, and I say it all the time, people don't want accountability. They don't want you to hold them accountable. They don't want to hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, don't be my friend then. Like, just leave me alone.
No, because let me tell you something. And y'all know I'm very rough. I'm very blunt. I'm very just like, I say what comes to my mind. But if you're truly my friend and you're truly my family, you know that always comes from a good heart.
Right.
Yeah. It's never of intention to hurt you.
Right.
I may not, I like my little bluntness because everybody else fake. They think when you overthink stuff, I feel like you dissected it too much and it's not authentic and true to you. I said whatever come to my mind, so baby, I'm not fake.
Right.
And I'm not lying because it's the first thing that came out. So that's how I feel. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like my friends, acquaintances, people are so sensitive that keep going down.
Right. Okay.
Because it's like that means you really don't know who I am for you to take such offense. And because you took offense to it, you didn't come to me and tell me I hurt your feelings 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
So now you build women, especially they build up this situation so far in their head, and they build this situation. You must have did this and thought this and acted like this because of this, that, and I'm like, whoa, stop right there.
You was talking about me to your other little friends.
Right.
And now you think that I'm doing that to you.
And that's not even the case. It's like, homegirl, I was on the phone.
I said everything I had to say.
Oh, and having that backhanded friend that said, oh, we good, but the next time something happened, but you remember you made me feel,
that's so counterproductive. I do think, it is healthy when something happens to address it then and there.
Right.
But when you're veering towards the end of the friendship, I feel like if you do have all of those qualities where you do address things, and then they keep doing it, at this point, you disrespectful.
Amen.
And
it's a choice.
Because at the end of the day, you also have to remember it's also a privilege being around me too. You know what I mean? Just like it is around you. But if I'm constantly addressing something and you're not fixing it, I think that's so disrespectful. And you do have to set a boundary. And if they still cross that, that's when the friendship unfortunately has to come to an end. But like Tally said, in relationships, there's always like a like we check out sometimes, so it doesn't hurt as much because it was gradual, unless it's like an abrupt breakup.
You can kind of prepare for it.
Exactly, but with a friendship, that's why they say BFF, best friends forever. It's not boyfriend forever. Like, you know what I mean? So when you go into a friendship, right? Because when you go into a friendship, you just assume they're just gonna be there forever. So when it ends, it's like, dang, I thought you was gonna be my kids. I'm kind of auntie. Kind of auntie.
As we're having this discussion, I had the stupidest invention in my mind, but I wish there was like an app or something built into the Apple Watch where like when someone said like I love you,
and your hand just get the buzzing.
There actually is something like that.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, I would love to know if it could pick up the vibration or the authenticity of what you're saying, so we can go ahead and just kill this now.
Yeah, I like that.
The scammers.
Apple, did you hear that? You heard that first on POV,
right? No, that's actually already been invented. So yeah, sorry.
Okay, so I need that.
I need that.
I saw it on TikTok one day.
Wow. So it's like a lie detector app?
Well, no, actually, it's like more so like, for long distance relationships and things like that. And you can wear like this little thing around your wrist. And if you want to send someone a hug, it vibrates. But like, you can be like, yo, when this vibrates, that means I'm mad at you too. You know what I mean? You can set
you can set it, but it's not detecting the lie in what you're saying.
Right. You walking around and somebody say, girl, you look good. That watch get the buzzing.
Exactly.
So why did you just lie to me?
Your heart rate raised, so you lied.
You lied.
Honestly. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I hope and pray I never have to go through a friendship breakup again. I did go through one like a couple of years ago, and it really did hurt my feelings. I thought we were going to be friends forever. But yeah, the way it ended, it just was so abrupt, and I just knew I couldn't continue in that friendship because it was very, very toxic. But similarly, another thing that hurts, I'm pretty sure, I've never been in this situation, but when you have to cut off family. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say, have y'all ever had a close family relationship that you had to break up?
Go ahead.
Let me pick this
Tally.
one.
Tag Talia?
Come on, right.
Tag
Come on, let's go, Tally.
So, okay, I'm the type of person, like I tell you guys all the time, I'm very close with my family. I could not imagine cutting someone off in my family.
Yeah.
We have a level of realness and accountability where we address it, we forgive, and we move on.
Right.
But I do have a cousin, if he's watching this or sees a rerun of the clip, I love you, come back home, we miss you, we all you got in this world. Whether
back,
you know it or
cousin.
not. But
Come
I have a
back.
cousin that recently disconnected from the family, and I guess he said it's about his lunar return or something, I don't know. But he says that he's going to have to cut us off supposedly for 18 years. And I mean,
does he say Grand Rising?
but let me tell you what's so let me tell you what's so funny.
I said it this morning to y'all.
So this is off topic a little bit, but it's so crazy if you look back over your life when you're younger, how many things people say that we think they're just saying, and you don't realize that, one, it may be the path for their life, or they really may be passionate about this. Like my aunt, when we were younger, we used to have these things called share sessions. So all of my cousins, sisters, we would sit down, my aunt's at the head of the circle, and she would ask us, to voice our concerns with our family, our life, all these things. Wow. And my cousin was 9, and he said, when I grow up, I'm going to move away from everybody. No one's ever going to see me anymore. And I'm going to send a postcard once a year, telling you guys Merry Christmas. And he just did it at 37. Oh, wow. He's been around us. My family's very close. 37, he cut the entire family off. I mean, every time we find his number, he changes it. He blocks everyone from Instagram. And we're so hurt because I'm telling you.
Come back.
I ain't going to say your name because I don't want to put you out there like that. But we love you. Please come home.
Oh my goodness. But honestly speaking, that also could say a lot about his childhood too.
No, it does.
I'm sorry, but he probably ain't like y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
But I feel like at the end of the day, we've all been through so much.
Yeah.
And we, love makes the difference.
I was joking, by the way. Sorry.
No, but it is. He did have his own trauma.
Yeah.
But, I just, let's work through it. We've always supported you. He's always supported us. What you gonna get out in the world that we can't give you? They don't know you.
Sometimes we look at our family members and we assume they go through the same thing. Because you assume you were there too, but they probably had a completely different experience. Yes. You know what I mean?
Or they couldn't handle it.
Right. His experience was beyond a conversation. Probably he was like, I gotta cut you off.
He needed to get away
all the way off.
Yeah.
I be wanting to cut my sister off all the time, but my mom would never allow us to do that. I don't think we could ever do that, but. I do have an uncle that, I don't like. So
I do. I cut family off and I don't look back. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like if you hurt me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody has their trauma. And I come from a distant family, so I feel like for me, it's normal.
Yeah.
For me, it's normal for me not to see you for a while or for me not to talk to you for a while. You know what I'm saying? But if you do something to intentionally hurt me, now I'm just in a mindset of, okay,
yeah.
out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
You're gone. You're gone forever. I don't have no intentions of rekindling.
Yeah. Now that we've addressed the different breakups, what does the grieving process look like, when you go through a friendship breakup or a family breakup or whatever? Usually with relationships, we kind of have a thing where, we'll probably go to the club for a little bit, you know what I mean? We'll probably have a little moment where we are starting to date around or we self-care. Yeah. What does it look like with a friend?
I think with a friend, for me, it was, in my one best friend in specific, it was, I knew I was still grieving every time I saw her, a post or somebody tagged her in something, and I saw her face or anything she was doing, it still made me feel a little sick.
Yeah.
And now I don't have that feeling, so I know I'm
like
over the process.
Yeah.
But I feel anytime you see anything dealing with that person
and it
bothers your spirit, you're grieving. You grieve.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I feel like for me, I'm at a point in life now where I'm free to let people go. So I feel like, God forbid, but romantic relationships, friend relationships, work relationships, I just feel like it may be the cycle of life and God's plan for me. So I'll just let it go and I'm not tripping except for my cousin come home.
Come home.
I feel like
I'm choosing my peace over everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm here to experience life on my own. Like family, friend, whoever, if you just don't fit into what I have going on or my goals for myself, then you just don't fit.
Yeah.
And I'm not into forcing pieces that don't fit.
Yeah.
So you gotta go.
I completely
Respectfully.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be nothing bad. It's just, you know, you don't fit in my life.
Well, on that note, you guys, we do have to wrap. Catch us back here tomorrow here at Afro TV. Bye.